Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 7 of my Advanced Tactics Gold gameplay series versus AI++. And as you can see, I've been making some ground down here in the south from the last video. So I was able to push the AI back some more down here and get him towards the river. What I was really happy about was when the AI took his turn, how well my troops stood their ground. And I really attribute most of that to the fact that I've got all these anti-tank guns out here. Because everywhere where he's got sufficient offensive power to possibly punch a hole through my line, I've got that's his armor units that have that ability to do that. And then right there I've got anti-tank guns just stacked up. So let me go ahead and show you this log. And there's a lot of stuff going on there. He actually launches quite a few attacks. I'm starting to see more artillery attacks, which makes me a little nervous. A lot of movement going on there too. The artillery is the one thing that could start to soften my line. He does some cross river attacks up here. There again. There again. Attacks on here, doesn't work. There, fails. There, fails. Fails. My guys really held well. I was so happy. There's more artillery. Now, that could change with this artillery coming in here, and I have to address that. So what I'm actually going to do this round is I built an air headquarter right here, and I've got aircraft coming in here, dive bombers, 8 of them. I'm going to split them into 2 groups of 4. I want to be able to start tagging artillery units, and of course, be able to take advantage of hitting, these overstacks. It's funny the way he funnels, the AI funnels all these troops into this here. Let's zoom in here. He funnels all these troops into this little corridor here, which is ringed by the river, and I never see him attacking from that anywhere. So either he's unable to attack because it requires so many action points he just can't do it, or for some reason the AI is running some kind of calculations and determined that it just doesn't have sufficient force. It's kind of weird, and he just funnels in just huge amounts of forces, and they're just kind of stacked up there. He does do attacks here. This I've identified for a long time now as being my most vulnerable hex along the northern frontier, and that's why I've got it stacked so well. Next turn I should be able to go in there and build a fortress, and hopefully that'll help, or fortification or something there. I do worry about this though, because he's been unable to break through there yet, but if he starts softening up my infantry, that could cause me some problems. Now these anti-tank guns are pretty resilient to artillery fire, so I'm not too worried about them. But the thing is this infantry, these riflemen, what protects them. So if these guys get too weak, what happens is when he does his attack with his armored cars and his light tanks and everything he's got over here, when he goes and he starts to do his attack, if he's able to start breaking holes through the line in the combat rounds, basically breaking through, there's algorithms or whatnot that go on during the combat rounds to determine if something breaks through. And every time something breaks through, then it actually gets a crack at those anti-tank guns back there, these guys. And so in order to keep them protected and keep me from losing them and keep them doing their job, which is to destroy his armor, this infantry line needs to hold. And it includes the machine guns too. These guys are part of that infantry line, that big meat shield I got going on here. And also the entrenchment is pretty important too, because all the entrenchment these infantry guys are getting is actually increasing their hit points, which makes them even more durable and be able to hold that line better to protect these guys, so they can just keep on firing, bam, 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 firing at all his armored cars, his light tanks. So artillery could mess things up because it could weaken my infantry to the point that he's able to start breaking through and actually starting to pick off these guns. So artillery is becoming a concern of mine. I'm slowly starting to see more and more of it along the line. Some of it's mixed in with units. I think he's actually got a couple down here somewhere too. Where did I see them? I saw some artillery. Oh look, yeah, he's got a couple right there. He's got these ones across the river, some heavy artillery too, and those things are punishing, let me tell you. So slowly starting to see more artillery. I'm getting so close to being able to get up to this river now, which will put me in a better defensive position. He's still been a little strong around here, and I have not attempted any attacks yet. What I really need these guys to do is to weaken themselves by attacking me, but he also seems to be bringing in fresh guys too. So I'm guessing as I start to seal up this line, that this area right here around where the road is going to be kind of the pocket that's going to be the most difficult. I really want to get my forces out of the plains and into these low mountains here where they're in a better defensive position. So I'll just keep working on that. Hopefully I continue to have this good progress, and hopefully he continues to be pretty light in the armor department down here. Still not seeing a whole lot. All the armor seems to be focused up here right now. But the battle's going well so far. I can't complain. I'm feeling a little more confident that I may actually be able to win this game. Oh gosh, you should see the losses he sustained during his attacks. You saw all those attacks he launched. Wait till you see this. It's unbelievable. Okay, these are just the losses he sustained when I attacked him. But look at the total losses in the game. Most of these losses over here, the majority of them is losses he's taken while attacking me. And I like the ratio because I need the ratio to be better than 3 to 1 if I'm going to have a chance at this, because his production is better than 3 to 1 versus mine. 3.5 to 1 to be exact. So that's why I need the losses to be minimum 3 to 1. 4 to 1 is more optimal. 4 to 1 or better. And I think I'm achieving that right now. I mean, look at how many infantry he's lost versus me. Look at all the tanks that he's lost. He's lost almost 100 engineers now. He's lost 14 anti-tank guns. I only lost 2. I don't even know why he's building anti-tank guns. I haven't even put a single piece of armor in the field yet. Let's see, mortars, machine guns. He's lost some infantry guns, machine guns. Yeah, I thought he lost. Oh, here armor cars. Look, 13 armor cars. So definitely in terms of production value, I think he's exceeded that 4 to 1. It's exceeded 4 to 1 on my kill ratio. I think pretty easy there. It's probably closer to 5 to 1. So that's good. You can really see it if you look at something. Look at these graphs. Look at the losses there. His losses versus mine. The kills just kind of gives you the same. You can see how many kills I've gotten and how many kills he's gotten. So far that's going very well here. I'm definitely and I'm holding up here, which was an important part of my plan, is being able to hold up here, especially facing all this armor. And I mean, I've got so many anti-tank guns just stacked up. Not here though. No anti-tank guns there because he can't attack there with any armor. So anti-tank guns are just stacked up. Stacked up. This point right here, I got 4 anti-tank guns there, plus a substantial amount of infantry and machine guns, and a lot of strong points there. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and maybe you might want to look at my production this round. Let's have a look at that. Then just bare minimum. I'm trying to build up PPs, but I'm spending them almost as fast as I'm making them right now. Just making new counters and stuff like that. I mean, nothing in particular. But anyway, let's have a look at my production here. I'm just doing the bare minimum of what I need to keep up with my supplies here. I got mostly riflemen coming in this turn. I got some riflemen. I was actually trying to get some PPs in there. And oh, I've got my first field artillery unit getting ready to join the fray. Yeah, more riflemen right there. Let's just look at all of them here. Here you can see where I'm building my dive bombers. I would prefer to be doing that with an aircraft factory, but I just haven't been able to build enough PPs to buy an aircraft factory yet. So, and I need to get a couple in the field right now. Then I can start trying to build up PPs and eventually just build an aircraft factory. Yeah, that's where we're at. And let's see here. Supreme HQ. There's going to be horses that are going to come into that too. I just didn't want to sacrifice the production right now to make them. Where's the artillery? Here it is, light field artillery. Going to be 4 horses going in there to give them that mobility. They will find their way over there because I've actually created a model now for all these HQs, and some of these HQs are sitting on some extra horses, like this guy. So that's going to get pulled out and it's going to go to Supreme HQ. So it may take a couple turns, but TOE is going to end up redirecting those horses over here, so I won't need to build them. Yeah, well, he's already got some horses there. Look at that. Huh. I guess I don't have to worry about that then, do I? Well, anyway, some of the little extra units that are sitting around in these HQs, though, are going to get moved over to Supreme HQ, which is a good thing because then they can get distributed out where needed. And I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this video up, and then we'll tune in for the next turn. And thank you for watching, folks.